The Roman Empire, through centuries from 27 before Common Era to 476 Common Era, has left an enduring legacy that continues to shape Western civilization. Join us as we explore Rome's profound impact on cultural, intellectual, and technological developments in the Western world. We, from Group 6, welcome all of you to our Echoes of Rome, tracing legacy through time. The purpose of this video is to explore Roman civilization's enduring impact from both conventional and Islamic perspectives. We will assess how Rome's legacy has shaped subsequent societies and influenced cultural, intellectual, and technological developments over the centuries. Through this exploration, we aim to gain a deeper understanding of the far-reaching impact of Roman civilization. To begin with, let's start with the conventional perspective, focusing on how Rome influenced the Western world. The first point consists of the influence in regard to cultural development for language and literature. Latin, the language of ancient Rome, has profoundly impacted Western languages. Many modern European languages such as Spanish, French, Italian, and English have Latin vocabulary and grammar roots. For example, the English language contains numerous words derived from Latin, such as benevolent from Latin, ben meaning well and volent mean wishing. Meanwhile, for art and architecture, Roman architectural techniques such as the use of arches, vaults, and domes have been integral to Western architecture. The enduring legacy of Roman architecture is evident in structures like the Pantheon in Rome, which inspired later buildings across Europe. The last Rome influence is in social norms and customs, where Roman concepts of citizenship, governance, and civic duty influenced Western societal structures. The idea of civic responsibility and participation in governance has roots in Roman political philosophy. For example, the concept of representative democracy in Western political systems reflects Roman civic engagement ideals. Continuing to the second point is the intellectual contributions where education and scholarship take action. Roman emphasis on education, especially for the elite, laid the groundwork for Western educational institutions. The Roman practice of preserving and disseminating knowledge through libraries and schools contributed to later developments in scholarship. The third point in the conventional aspect is the technological advancements. In regards to engineering and infrastructure, Roman engineering feats, such as the construction of roads, facilitated trade and communication across the empire. The Romans' developments of concrete revolutionized construction methods. For example, modern highway systems and urban planning owe their origins to Roman road networks and city planning. Moving on to the Islamic perspective. What is the Islamic Roman Empire? Well, to put it simply, it is the equivalent of the Roman Empire in Islamic civilization. As Rome is the founding empire of Western civilization, being the origin of its law, architecture, and language, this part will be covering Rome's influence on Islamic civilization in regards to cultural, intellectual, and technological developments, as Rome being the bedrock for many of its key features, including the Golden Age of Islam. The Roman and Islamic empires engaged for centuries, with trading lines linking the Mediterranean and further afield. This led in the following outcomes: direct encounters, Islam's emergence corresponded with the latter Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire. Military operations and political context established an intricate connection. Indirect influences, despite Western Rome fell, Roman traditions and knowledge influenced the Islamic world via translations and the transfer of culture in occupied countries. To start off with Rome's influence on Islamic technological advancements, the Romans' splendid aqueducts, bridges, and public buildings sparked identical efforts in Islamic countries. Designs including arches, domes, and sanitation systems have been implemented and enhanced. Urban planning, Islamic urban centers frequently mimicked Roman ideas, including central squares, grid plans, and public areas, encouraging a sense of collective belonging and organization. Next will be the influence of Rome in Islamic cultural development. Islamic academics frequently recognized Rome's ancient history and rich cultural inheritance, including contributions in the field of literature, art, building design, and social organization. The acceptance of Christianity as an official religion by the Roman Empire in the following centuries was considered as an important cultural transition by Islamic historians, signaling the demise of theistic beliefs and the development of monotheism in Europe. Finally, the influence of Rome in Islamic intellectual contributions. Throughout the Islamic Golden Age, writings by well-known Roman thinkers such as Plato and Aristotle were adapted into Arabic, which helped Islamic philosophy and academic debate thrive. This paved the way for future Islamic advances in physics, astronomy, and medical science fields. The Justinian Code codifies Roman legal concepts which affected the formation of Islamic judicial systems and jurisprudence. Overall, while there might have been differences in opinion among Islamic scholars regarding specific aspects of Roman culture, intellectual contributions, and technological advancements, there was generally an acknowledgement of the significance of Roman civilization in shaping the broader cultural and intellectual landscape of the Mediterranean world. It is clear that the Roman Empire has a lot of impact on both the Western civilization and Islam civilization. The Roman Empire has impacted both of these civilizations in many perspectives, such as education, technology, and culture, in which we can see it ourselves in today's world. Through the Roman Empire, we are now able to create new technologies that will be able to help us navigate our lives that are moving faster and faster each day. Through the Roman Empire, too, we can speak and communicate with one another in different languages according to where we come from. As we all know, English is one of the languages that are coined from Latin language and has borrowed many words. Today, English has become one of the most spoken languages in the world. Meanwhile, Latin is no longer an official language that is being spoken except in the Catholic Church, the Vatican, and as a result, there are no native Latin speakers anymore, which is ironic considering how this language was the language that later on became the foundation of many languages which are widely spoken until today. Another impact of the Roman Empire that can be widely seen would be their legacy of knowledge, in which we are now able to learn in the depth through the studies given in higher institutions. For instance, we have courses on law, philosophy, astronomy, engineering, and many others. Not just stopping there, by having these majors in institutions, we are also able to give opportunities to those who want to contribute in each of the field, which would later on benefit everyone in the world's civilization. To conclude this part, the Roman Empire has impacted us in many ways that are definitely beneficial for us in our lives. Therefore, it is important for us to understand this, as it will lead us to critical thinking and most importantly, refrain us from having biases towards just one viewpoint. As being civilized means we need to be more open when it comes to looking at things, not just in one dimension or angle.